what I did last summer by Nutnfancy. For that matter, last spring, last winter, and last fall for the last, I don't know, 6 or so years. There was backpacking, hiking, lots of tactical shooting, lots of reloading, hauling steel targets, anchoring those paper targets with big old rocks, knife work, knife testing, backpacking, rowing an inflatable boat. Yeah, snowshoeing, racing cars, racing motorcycles, mountain biking. You've seen the show. And yes, these gloves came along on most of those adventures. This is a Nutnfancy project. Hello, it is summer 2014. Glad you're still with me. The show goes on. And yes, I still make review videos about gloves, special effects, gloves. Who would have thought 10 years ago that dudes would tune into a video about gloves? Well, I did. In fact, that's why I came out in 2008 with glove review videos, because I didn't see anything like it and the information was needed for your systems. These are the Mechanix tactical gloves, and yes, they are Hall of Famers here in TMP. Well worn, as my intro, I think, established. This pair has seen, I would guess, about 20 outings. The fingers will almost always blow out after about 5 outings, depending on how much reloading I'm doing. That's generally what wears them out. Reloading pistol mags, tactical carbines. This is normal wear and tear. Great gloves. I have a specific separate review video out on them. Let's lay some brief philosophy as a review. And again, this goes all the way back to 2008. I said a lot of this. I think you should wear gloves in a tactical environment. In a warfighting environment, in a woods environment, you should have some type of glove on your very delicate and vulnerable hands. That's me. Even when the temperature is warm, I will still wear gloves. There have been times, as you've seen in the Nutnfancy project, when I have violated my own rule of wearing gloves. I paid the price. I did a tactical shoot in September 2010, ripped my hand open on a wood barricade, and it was bleeding bad. And I cursed myself. I was like, I should have had the gloves on. Now, if you're a farmer, you're out digging up potatoes, you know, you're working on fences all day long, your hands toughen up, and they will toughen up. Maybe you don't need them as much. Just depends on what kind of work you did. I like wearing gloves. I like the feel of them. They give me more confidence in a lot of different activities, shooting included. They give you more warmth. Yes, even a glove like this can give you more warmth when the weather gets a little bit chilly, even when it gets cold. Now, I'm talking, let's see, down to 25 degrees I'm wearing these gloves. And I've had a lot of crew members show up and they're like, dude, how do you get away with the Mechanix gloves? I was like, I have outstanding dexterity, and they do provide a little extra warmth. I'm making a sacrifice. I'm just putting everything on the scales of importance. I don't and can't wear a thicker insulated glove. So it's protective. It gives your hands more dexterity in a lot of situations in the cold and wind, and it protects you from cuts and abrasions. There you go. Philosophy pretty much complete. Still Hall of Famers, these gloves. Love them. But this video isn't about the Mechanix. It's about a competitor. That's right. Still love the Mechanix, but I think these gloves I'm getting ready to show you are even better. Say it isn't so, Nuttin. No, it is so. Say hello to the Pig FDT Alphas. Purchased for review here in TMP. These things freaking rock. They are outstanding. First off, let's talk about the most important thing with the glove. What is it? Especially a tactical glove. I hear you guys saying it. Fit. It's got to fit, and you've got to have high dexterity. Otherwise, you're going to be taking the glove off all the time, and what's the purpose, right? You need to be able to do the majority of your activities in your glove. Reloading. Grabbing things out of a tactical pouch, maybe even in your pocket. Texting on a cell phone. Communication devices you should be able to do. If you're running a ballistics program with a touch screen, you should be able to do it. If memory serves, and I think it does, I am able to do it with the Mechanix gloves mostly. There are some times, depending on the case, that I'm not able to do it on the Mechanix tactical gloves. And by the way, this is the old style Mechanix tactical glove, and this is important because I'm going to do some comparison and contrast. This is the newer style, which with a big old unnecessary rubber wrist strap, which adds weight and no coolness in my opinion. Okay, but let's go back to the Pig FDTs. First off, the colors. Look at that. That's Ranger Green, also available in black and in FDE. These are Tactical Doodles ones. He loves them too. Great colorations. I love this coloration too, the Mechanix. To be honest, between these two, I like this coloration better. It's more of the mud variation. Blends in better. There you go, little data point. Here's against the new Mechanix. You can see difference. So they've gotten the color better. They're probably neck and neck now. New against new. So the colors are excellent. Back to the fit and the dexterity, 10 out of 10. Really excellent. I mean, they come all the way down into the webs of the fingers, like so. There's no bunched up material in the fingertips. The sewing is excellent on these. And guess what? This is interesting. They're probably made in the exact same factory, says me, as these ones. Why? Because they're designed in the US, but they are produced in Vietnam. You can see the tag right there, and then let's look at the Mechanix gloves. Huh, made in Vietnam too. I would not be a bit surprised the same factory is putting these together according to the specifications. They feel awesome. They have a short cuff, so they're not riding up. They're not going to interfere with your watch or your TRUs or your BDUs, whatever you're wearing. That I think is appropriate for a tactical glove. You could use them for driving as well. Yes, I'm a big fan of driving gloves. And I'm talking car. I just like them. Reference Turbo 350Z bids, if you know what I'm talking about. Great fit. Let's look at the construction closely. And they do have several features that the Mechanix do not, which I like. And I'll start off, I guess, here. They have touch-sensitive stitching in the index finger, which will probably tear out over use and wear. I think even on their site, Pig says that these are, you know, wearable items. I forget what they said, like disposable or something. I will vouch for that just from lots of use, lots of years wearing these tactical gloves. You're just going to wear them out. You can't have a high dexterity glove and have it wear forever. It just doesn't work with current materials. Maybe it will change and they find something that wears like iron. This touch sensitive stitching, which I love, and it does work on your iPhone or your device, whatever it is, might tear out over time. So far it's been good in a couple outings. This is Clarino leather. It's a synthetic leather, which I like, which means it will dry out quicker than normal suede. It's very thin. If you want a rundown of the features, you just look on the back of these gloves you buy, and they'll talk about the construction features, in case you forget. And there are actually some pretty funny humor here. Like this one. Isolated padding, extra protection for karate chops to the face. I love that. Yeah, they got a good sense of humor. It's pretty funny. Clarino leather is a good choice. They do have a nose wiping fleece right here, which the Mechanix tactical current versions don't have. It's like a micro fleece. Excellent. The fabric is very similar. It's very breathable. In fact, it might even be, well, no, it's not. It just has a different weave, but the functionality is the same. The knuckles are a different material. I think there is some padding in here lacking in the Mechanix. I like that. And yet it doesn't, you don't lose any dexterity. Hey, why do you need padding in your tactical glove? I don't know, in case you bitch slap someone upside the head. Maybe not slap, punch. By the way, not recommended. You'll probably break your hand. Give him a palm strike, dude. Notice the glove, the finger construction. I really like this. See that, how it's gusseted? Each individual finger is gusseted. That reminds me of an astronaut glove. And I wouldn't be a bit surprised if they looked at that, to how to maximize, you don't have to pre-curve them, but just maximize flexibility for the fingers. Lacking in the Mechanix. Not to say the Mechanix don't flex good, they do. Then you can notice a difference in the fingertips. I actually like how the Mechanix come a little bit deeper. Ventilated palm here, so it'll vent a little bit better than Mechanix. I did find that to be the case. You have double layering over high wear areas here. This is really sick right here. A 550 pull-on cord for the pig gloves. No big, goofy, rubberized strap that they put on the Mechanix. I don't like that. Adds weight. Yeah, bugs me. And Velcro attachment like so. Just pull them tight. These will wear out over time. Voice of experience. Totally will. I think for a lot of your activities, the ones I've mentioned already, totally worth the money. Which is, by the way, probably in a local tactical store, and that's where I bought these. $36, probably online you'll get them for cheaper. You can go to their website and read all about them, other stuff that, I don't know, maybe I forgot. Love the colors. My favorite currently are these two. I'm talking colorations here. Imagine that. Ranger Green and FDE, the pig gloves. You will see me wearing them a lot in future shoots, some to be posted very soon around this video. Highly recommended. Good job, pig. And by the way, that stands for Patrol Incident Gear. There's your website, TMP.